Sony just raised the price of the PS5, and honestly, it might have just cost them the entire generation. I went to bed last night, saw the news that Netflix just raised its prices. It's now $20 a month for no ads. And today, PlayStation 5 has just gone up in price again. I'm pretty sure this is the second time this generation it's gone up in price. Check this out. This is from the PlayStation blog. You can see the prices here. PS5, we'll start with the digital edition. The cheapest PlayStation 5 is going up to $600. That is $150 higher than the Nintendo Switch 2 right now. I do believe the Nintendo Switch 2 will be going up in price this generation, but we'll see how long Nintendo can hold out. PlayStation 5 with a disc, if you like to own your stuff and own your content, $650. That's $200 more than a Switch 2. PlayStation 5 Pro, $900. I don't know why it's not listed here, but the PlayStation Portal is also getting a $50 price increase, so that's worth noting as well. $900 for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Okay. With the disc drive and tax, we're already at $1,000 console. I've been talking about this on this channel for a while now, that the PlayStation 6 is going to be $1,000. It's going to be just like the PlayStation 5 Pro with a detachable disc drive plus tax. It's going to at least be $1,000, but we already have that $1,000 console, and that's a PlayStation 5 Pro. I also have expectations for the PlayStation 6 that it's going to be more powerful than PlayStation 5 Pro. Why would I go buy a PlayStation 5 Pro now? And this is exactly why I didn't buy one when it was $700. Halfway through the generation, I still think PlayStation 5 games look incredible. I can wait until the PlayStation 6 comes. I don't need this little incremental upgrade. If I'm going to upgrade, I want to do it right. So I fully expect that the PlayStation 6 is going to be stronger than PlayStation 5 Pro, and the PlayStation 5 Pro is pretty much $1,000 right now. Honestly, it's probably more than $1,000 when you get the disc drive and tax for both of those items. And the farther up we get in the prices, I know the Xbox, they're out of the competition, right? The title of this video is probably something along the lines of Sony versus Nintendo, right? Xbox isn't even part of the competition. They're going to be trying to do something like a $1,500 console PC hybrid, which people are already telling me there's no way they're going to go up to $1,500. There's no way. PlayStation's already at $1,000, okay, today. And at some point, the price doesn't get so high that it's like, yeah, I might buy a PlayStation 6 at $6,000. I talk about video games on YouTube, right? I am a huge gamer. I've been a gamer my whole life, but there's a huge casual audience that isn't even here part of online gaming discourse. PocoP is my favorite example. Everything online, Reddit, Twitter X, YouTube, you would have thought PocoP would have been a massive flop because it was a game key card, because the graphics looked awful. It looked like a mobile game. One of the biggest games of definitely the Nintendo Switch 2 for its entire library, but probably the biggest game of the year so far. And so there are just a lot of people who, at the end of the day, they just want to play games, right? And that price for the PlayStation 5 and even the other Xbox, they're pricing themselves out of a huge market. And I think it's not even going to be just like the super casual market. Things are expensive now. Who can afford anything right now? Like I said at the beginning, Netflix, $20 a month. Unless you're going to go with the ads, but that's a miserable experience, especially for Netflix. And I kind of want to go over my first impressions, honestly, right now. I've started playing Resident Evil 9, okay, on Nintendo Switch 2. And the only reason I got this game on Nintendo Switch 2, to be quite honest, yes, I talk on the I like Nintendo. I like Nintendo Switch 2. Honestly, I think Nintendo Switch 2 might be one of the best platforms of all time in terms of just the game library, the games on it. I'm not ignoring Game Key Card. When you just talk about the games that are on it, it's gonna be one of the best libraries of all time. But the only reason why I got this, I would have definitely got this on the PlayStation 5 because I have a PlayStation 5. It's the best graphics, and when I want the best graphics, right? For the most part, I don't really play handheld, but sometimes the deal's too sweet, right? The Resident Evil Generation pack, awesome packaging. It comes with, for an extra $20, it comes with Resident Evil 7 and 8, and I don't own those physically. Physically, they're game key cards. I don't own 7 at all. I think I might have 8 on PlayStation 5, honestly. I'm honestly not even sure. I might have got that on sale, but you know what? Whatever. Those are good games, and that was a good package. So, yeah, sometimes the deal's too sweet. And so I've been playing. I'm not that far in it, okay? For those who have played it, or even not, it's pretty spoiler free. I'm not very far in it. But you kind of like at the tutorial-ish part in the beginning, like you play Grace, then Leon, Grace, and Leon. So I played as Leon twice, and that's kind of like important for this conversation. But this version of the game, yeah, maybe her hair isn't the best, or sometimes there might be some artifacting. I can notice some things where I'm like, yeah, it's not as good as if I played on the PlayStation 5. Like, I can clearly tell. I played Resident Evil 2 last year, remake, on PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 5 version on PlayStation 5. That game looked incredible. This game, I feel like, looks just as good. But again, as I play it, I notice some things. Maybe there's a little like lighting glitch as it reflects on something, and especially in the Leon sections, I'm pretty sure this is an uncapped frame rate, and so it's like it's not locked at 60. It's 60 most of the times, especially like in the gray sections. But with Leon, I can notice that it slows down a bit. It's not 30 frames per second. I do think this might be that like 40 or 50 frames per second. I know people who I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077 on Switch 2. People say that runs at a solid 40, and I hear a lot of people champion like we need like 40 frames per second to be just a permanent option, like industry wide. That's a great option. And I noticed the slowdown. I noticed like just something about it, but it's not like it's not bad. It really isn't bad. And maybe that's what people are saying about the 40 frames per second. This would be my first experience with such a thing. But the point of all this is, even with those like slowdowns that I notice of it, I still this game still invokes the feelings that I'm excited to play this game. The Leon section comes, the music plays, like everything about it. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm like, oh man, a new Resident Evil. Like this game is awesome right now. I'm loving it. Grace is an awesome character, and those feelings that this Switch 2 version invokes on me, like I don't think the PlayStation 5 version would make me that much more entertained or excited, or I don't think I would have that much more fun if I was playing the PS5 version. I think side by side, if you compare it, the PlayStation 5 version would look better, no doubt. And I'm sure if I played it, it would look better. But part of the jank here, one thing I've noticed is like I'm playing the game. I'm having this like the slowdown. Like I can tell the frame rate's dropping from 60 to 50 or 40, or I see these artifact glitches. And when I'm playing PlayStation 5 with like just an awesome like state of the art AAA game, sometimes I almost feel like I'm like playing a movie or something. Like it's not even a game anymore. But this with that jank, it kind of grounds it a little bit, where I feel like I'm playing a video game. And maybe it's because I've been playing a lot of like DS or N64 lately, but I feel like I'm playing a video game, playing this Switch 2 version of Resident Evil 9. And so, yeah, I think like the experience that this invokes on me, the Switch 2 version, the Switch 2, which costs $450, I don't think if I played the PS5 version first instead of this, because you can only play one version first, right? Like, if I play the PlayStation 5 version next, like, it doesn't matter. I can only play one version first, PlayStation 5 or Switch 2. I don't think that first playthrough experience would be enhanced that much, right? And if the PlayStation 6 ends up being $1,000 while the Switch 2's on the market for $450, or maybe by then they even raise the price to $550, I think the Switch 2 version of these games, since the Switch 2 can run these games, such as Resident Evil 9 day one, it's going to probably be the default system for just so many people, even like hardcore gamers who take place with the conversation on the internet, because at the end of the day, we just want to play games, and we can still play the latest and greatest new games. If the Switch 2 is the cheapest console on the market by almost double, right? The install base is going to be so big that companies like Capcom, Square Enix, Sega, they're going to make their PlayStation 6 version, but they're going to also want to be on Switch 2 first and foremost, because it just has the biggest market out there. And I think the market's going to continue to get bigger. Nintendo's doing stuff like the Mario Galaxy movies coming out, and Star Fox has been announced, and so we're planning to get a Star Fox game, and that's just going to make the Switch 2's library even more with these games that are exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. And like, how many games are they releasing exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 every year? There's like at least 6 that, if you don't count stuff like the Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades. which are the best versions of games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, Switch 2 version. Like in 20 years when we go replay these games, what are we going to want to play? The Wii U version of Breath of the Wild? The Switch version of Breath of the Wild? No, we're going to want to play the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild. So it's getting this greatest hits library of like the best like Switch 1 games. And there's rumors now going on about Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I'm not the biggest like fan or supporter of Ocarina of Time remake, but I'm probably gonna get it, play it, and love it, and that thing's gonna sell consoles. And yeah, this is probably gonna be Nintendo's strongest lineup long term, both from a first party and a third party perspective. And these games are going toe in toe with the PlayStation 5 version. I'm telling you, I don't think that my feelings for this game would be any different if I played the PS5 version first. And just to put it out there, Pragmata, the other Capcom game that I really want to play, I am getting that on PlayStation 5 because they're not releasing a type of generational pack deal. And I'm not going to get this. I don't want to get the Switch 2 version because it's a game key card, and the PS5 version will be better. And like I was like, all right, well, I'll play this one on Switch 2 and Pragmata on PS5 and kind of get that like side-by-side comparison. But this is doing the job. And $1,000 plus for PlayStation 6, for the PlayStation 5 Pro. I think there's gonna be a lot of more people who realize at the end of the day they just want to play games, and games look good enough, and they run good enough, and they invoke the feelings good enough that we want. And it's like, I don't know. I can't see PlayStation winning out against Nintendo long term with these kind of prices. Consoles used to be like $300 or $400. Yeah, I remember when Xbox One came out for $500 in 2013. It look where Xbox is now. That's one of the biggest reasons. PlayStation 3, when that came out at $600, they couldn't compete. I mean, there's a method to having a console at a lower and affordable price point. And right now, Nintendo is that lower and affordable price point by a huge margin. These are just the facts right now. This isn't even just like trying to fanboy it or anything. Like I said, I'm getting Pragmata on PlayStation 6. I got this on Switch 2 because of the deal. And just this is the first time I'm playing a big AAA third-party game on Switch 2, where I would have played it on PS5, no doubt about it. But I wanted to give this a try because I've been saying I believe that the Switch 2 is powerful and good enough. So I want to walk the walk, right? And I'm having a great time with it. It's simple as that. And any issues with it that aren't as good as the PS5, it just grounds it, makes me feel like I'm playing a video game, and it's just that positions Nintendo Switch 2 just in such a strong position that Sony raising these prices, I don't know. I can't see them compete, but what do you think? Are you with PlayStation for the long haul? Are you going to pay whatever they tell you to pay? Are you going to drop $1,200 to add the disc drive, to add a stand, plus tax? That's what we're looking at now is PlayStation 6, maybe $1,200, especially if Xbox decides to hit a $1,500 price point. PlayStation, like they probably still don't think that Nintendo's a big competition, but I'm telling you, I think that I just don't see it. I don't see it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.